Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle.
Now here's a fine representative for the fullbacks union, Peter.
Massimo Otto.
Yeah, it's going to be vital if he imposes himself early.
Shoots! And the ball's come loose here. Cannavaro with the clearance. And it's Rodri. Vieira. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, played through for the wide man. Now it's Luis Suarez. And he's quick to return it. Bellingham powering forward here. Looking to play him in. Rodri. And Guirassy. Now it's Neymar. Gets a good foot in there. Neymar. Now it's Guirassy. He's under a lot of pressure there. Iniesta. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Mbappe. This is a promising build-up. Tchouaméni.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He is through here. Showing good feet. No, he can't get past him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Roberto Carlos is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Barcelona have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Neymar, lovely pass, but can he get there? Guirassy, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Messi. And here's Suarez. Messi! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Howson cuts out the pass. Now it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Tries to pass it through. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half. So the first half brought no goals. And this is Neymar. Big chance, corner. And we have our very first corner. Out for a throw. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Still
waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's nice. Now who's going to be first to this? Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
He has a look, there's the shot! It's a goal! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he can thump it away.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Neymar.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Messi! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
And here's Suarez. And it's Stoichkov. Nicely spread. He's got away. Decent chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Neymar can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Good play on the left-hand side here.
Has been indicated.
Can he spark a counter here? Oh, a droll. Bellingham. House. And there goes the final whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're underway. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim, so how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers, but he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years and he's just very good.
It's Dembele! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Chouameni, that's an imaginative pass. Chance here to counter. Cherki. De Ligt cuts it out. Robertson. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Torres wants to run onto this. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Chouameni does well to get it back. Raul. De Ligt calmly anticipates. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Arsenal so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Raul, good strong midfield running here. He'll try from distance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Nice physical challenge. And it's Dembele. Raul.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Iraq are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Brilliantly cut out. Cherki. Rijkaard. Hazard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Hazard. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Shot to Dembele! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
And here's Torres. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cherki. That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 13, Filippo Inzaghi.
Gets us going
number
once more.
19,
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's
Hazard! Hazard! The man's a genius!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. A chance for a shot! And there's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that could set him on his way. Timber. Arsenal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Timber looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Silvestre. Cannavaro. That's Gerrard. Cherki. Oh, it's Dembele. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Good running, strong and purposeful. Closing in on goal. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Right place, right time, and that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get
Hello,
ready to lock
everybody,
horns.
and welcome
This
to
is
today's
football
match.
at its finest.
Panama against Arsenal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way.
Rafael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of positioning too.
He's in a good position here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Inzaghi, and he's managed to get free. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, well played. Eto'o is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Best.
That's good play from him.
He is through here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Best, a player who needs no introduction. And here's Eto'o, and this is Shevchenko.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Tries a shot! He scored! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Panama have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting enough.
And the finish! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here?
Panama really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
He has found a way through. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Eto'o had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out. There's the shot! No, just not quite.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rodri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shevchenko was only too happy to help out
There
in
will be
defence.
1 minute
Yeah,
added
listen,
time.
we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
That's it, 45 minutes up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them
I'd
something
like
to
draw
build
your
on
attention
after
to
the
the
break.
screen right now for information on
Arsenal
our shuttle
finding
bus
themselves
service.
behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush,
Substitution
Peter.
for
It's been
Panama.
fairly flat, and
Number
the supports have had
22,
little to cheer about, so an
Shevchenko.
awful lot of questions
Coming on the
have got to be
field
asked,
is
and the answers need to be
number
found in a hurry.
Del Piero.
So that was the first
Substitution
half
taking place.
and we will be back with the second half shortly. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Arsenal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Arsenal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And he's being shifted off it. Pirlo can so cleverly bypass the press. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And that is masterful defending. And he can thump it away. Real chance!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They've played it short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Totti. Totti stood his ground strongly. And he's there to clear it.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game.
Shapes to shoot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. Vieira. Played back into the centre. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Rodri tries to play it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Best. And it's Neymar. And here's Stoichkov. Nicely weighted ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Longevity, loyalty, leadership, just a few of the words that spring to mind when you're watching the eternal Francesco Totti.
Yeah, he is truly unique, Peter. Easily one of Italy's greatest players, and some consider him to be the greatest of the lot.
And what sets him apart?
Consistency, and the way he has no real weaknesses in his game. Such great all-round ability. He really does excel all-round.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's roll! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Quarter of an hour played. And this is Totti. Great ball, and he's in here. Hazard! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Either side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Roll. Aimed beyond the defence. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's come to nothing. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, facing up to his... It's Neymar! No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it
Here's a chance! Always going over the top.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Yamal chasing after it. And here's Torres. Howson wins the duel this time. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around, and I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
Number 22.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
On the field. Number 14.
And we are back underway.
Number 21.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which...
And he shoots! Superb goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Now it's Mbappe.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, played right into his path. He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Donatoni. Neymar did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net! Arsenal are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react, and there's only one word to describe it.
Oh no, this does not look good. And it's Azar. O'Reilly. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's well spotted.
AZ clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Deftly away. And it's Azar. Howson does well to get it back. Donatoni lays it forward.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Rice.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Raul. Well, that is one way to stop him. So that's it. It is all over. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy.
Against Arsenal.
This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. Tigres have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team...
It's Inzaghi! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? It'll be a throw-in. De Bruyne showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Neymar. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. And it's Messi. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way...
There's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And that was very necessary. Neymar. And he's in on goal. Inzaghi! De Bruyne. Now that pass has been well intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence. Goes for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attack.
Oh no, it's an own goal!
I don't think he knew too much about it, Peter. It comes off him awkwardly.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but...
Goes for the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Arsenal have their third corner. Bullish header! It's fallen kindly here. And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Oh, good effort! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's managed to get rid. And now a sudden chance to counter. De Bruyne. Half-time getting close now. Now it's Darwin. Messi. Azar. Now it's Inzaghi. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Neymar.
Added time.
And it's Azar. Vieira. Kimmich. Messi. Messi. That's it, 45 minutes up. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes,
Please
and at
join me
half-time
in
the
wishing
score
all the
is
best to
1-1.
members of our fan club celebrating their wedding anniversary today. Substitutions taking place.
Arsenal get the ball rolling in the second half.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And here's Mbappe. He's having a pop! Oh, brilliant from Darwin Núñez! A finish right from the top draw! And the comeback is complete! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely feet. Shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
He's rising!